What's up, guys? Shen RC here. What's up, Brad? Tim? We're going to be putting some new wheels and tires on this Gen 8. I just want to show you guys. Here's how they come in the package. These are the All-Stars. I paid like $24 for these. I have the link for these in the description if you want to check them out. They come in different colors. The wheels, white, black, I believe chrome, and this smoke color. So that's how they come. And I want to try them on here because they said they're pretty good, a lot of guys. Filthy Co's here, what's up? And they got that nice funky smell to them. Anyhow, these are the copies of the clones of the PROLINE HYRAX tires. You could see them. But anyhow, I got them because what the hell, for $24 for these are bead locks also. Noise Fast RC, what's up? Mike C, thanks for stopping in. Well, anyway, these are clones of the PROLINE version. And a lot of guys said they work pretty good, so I figured I'd give them a try. And they are bead lock wheels, so that's good. And they come, like I said, 4 in this bag here. AUSTAR, the link's below if you want to check it out. I already put one of these together, guys. I don't know if you could see, but I put a little hole there, and on the opposite side there, I used this punch thing here with the smallest setting. So I put this one together. This one's ready to go. I just gotta do these 3 right here and punch the holes and stuff in them. Let me see if I could see your name there. JLeaded01 is in the house. Excuse me if I made a mistake. Mike's in the house. What's up? So I got these beauties. You can't pass them up. Bead locks, $24 for all 4 PROLINE copies of their HYRAX tires. So I'm going to install them on the Gen 8. And like I said, I already punctured this one on both sides with a punch here. So, and I get to work and take these apart, show you how I punch the holes in them. And you know what's cool about these? I don't know if you can see in there, there's like 5 screws. And then on the back, there's like the nuts that hold the wheel together. I was worried that you may have to use thread lock, but they sit flush over here on the front face of the wheel. And they give you this bag with these wheel caps. And the cool thing about it is when you put this wheel cap on with the other screws they give you, it sits flat over the heads of the other screws so they can't unloosen and come out. So you don't have to worry about losing the nut on the back. I thought that might happen, but the way these are made, it can't happen because they can't unscrew with this on there. So that's cool. Mike's in the house. He says he ordered a lot of new metal parts for the JGRC Q39. That's cool. Adam Higher RC's in the house. Sammy Fan 47. Yeah, there's phones in here. They're nice. They're actually, let me show you them. They're pretty soft. They're nice. They're not too soft, but they're about the same as these, maybe a little stiffer. They're nice. They feel good. So I'm going to run the stock foams. Ozboys in the house. Poppy's RC and models. They smell real good. They feel sticky. They're not. See, they feel pretty good. Well, I was gonna use these stock rims and maybe put them on, but I don't know. I think they look pretty good on here. I think they look nice on it. So I'm just gonna run them the way they are. All right. Let me see which one I did here. This one's done. I did one for the hell of it, but now I got to do these. So I got this little tool here. And it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's got 6 Allen screws on the face holding it. I should tilt my light up higher. So maybe. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can adjust my light so you can see better. I don't know if that'll help out. Did that help any? It's just so shiny, I don't think you could see it. Well, anyway, I got this tool here. King RC says they look better than the stock ones. Yeah, that's why I said the hell with it. I'm just going to put them on. So they unscrew. Like I said, 6 little screws here. I also want to say something here, guys. I may run on that plank, my plank test, the angled plank. I may put that up and run some trucks on it tonight. Honey Lulu's in the house. Edwin's here. What's up? Thanks for stopping in. See, now once you unscrew these, it just pulls apart. So what I got to do is just punch. Like I said, I like punching the holes in the tires because if I go in the water, it'll fly out. That's what you do it for. Also makes them a little softer, I noticed. So I get my little thingamajiggy here. 11 Charlie RC, what's happening? And I just puncture. I got this is I think this is for belts, like leather belt punch. And you set the wheel, it spins to the size you need. So I just pick the smallest punch on there. And what I do is I put it in between the tread, like right there, then I'll do it on the opposite side. So I just make sure the foam's not in the way. And there it is. And then just like that, real quick and easy. Then you just bow it out, pop the little rubber piece out. I know you guys probably can't see that, but now, let me see if I could show you. There's a little hole in there, you see it? And that'll let the water out. Now you want to make one, like I said, on the opposite side. So that would be like right here. It don't have to be perfect. You just squish it. Give it a little wiggle. Pull it out, and there you go. That one's finished. Now you just got to reassemble. It has locking slots in here. James Swift is in the house. Guys, hit that thumbs up for me. I appreciate it. Helps me out. These do have a funky smell to them. All right, now this locks in. You could see it right there. There's like a lock in them. You just match that up and push it right in. Just like that. Real simple. I just got to put these nuts back in. Put some J's on it. Yeah, they're so shiny, they don't need the J's. I just start like one of them or two of them just to get them started, to hold the wheel together. Another thing, if you guys ever get these wheels, when you put these nuts back in here, these little nuts, put the flat surface onto the back of the wheel because it has like the thread starting first, and then on the other side it's like a cone shape and it grabs better. It starts it faster. They're easy to put together. I just wanted, you could have just threw them right on, and if you don't mind the hole, like I want to put this hole for the water to come out, you could just slap them right on, they'll go right on. Speed lock wheels, they're nice, but they take a lot of time. I finally got to run the Blizzard, the Kyosho Blizzard I have. We got some snow, so I took that out. Monday that video will be up. If you have thick fingers, this will probably be a little bit of a challenge for you. Getting these screw nuts in the back of the wheels. And like I said, with these wheels, the way they made it, after you tighten the screws down, the hexes are almost flush. So when you put this center cap on, it'll stop them from backing out the screws, so you won't have to worry about using a thread lock or anything. So that's that. On to the next beauty. You see the comments here. Yeah, Filthy Co, $24. They're worth it. Just for the beadlock wheels. I don't know. Guys tried them. They said they worked pretty good. They feel like they grab good because they have a lot of these cuts in the knob sticking up, and they kind of grab really nice. Kind of like how I did with this one here. Remember I did the video where I cut the knobbies on this? That's how these tires are out of the box, so they grip really good. Thanks, honey Lulu. They're like a smoke chrome. They look real cool looking. At least I got this tool to get them off quicker. Thanks, Poppy RC. They're nice. I think they're going to look good on the truck. Brad's asking, hey, Steve, are you going to find some cheap to my, what? Hey, Steve, are you going to find some cheap to my us online? Cheap to my is online? Don't quite get that. All right, now you just pull this out. There you go. Now I just got to punch the holes in here with my handy thingamajiggy. Make sure you don't get the foam crimped in there. Savine 2702 says, nice. They look like the same as the G-made Komodo beadlocks. I don't remember seeing those. But see, I put a hole in now the opposite side. Just put another one. I think this tool is cheap too if you guys are looking to get something like this. I don't think it was that much money. I think it was like $8 or $9. There you go. I just place this back in. Check his eBay store. No, he's Fast RC saying, what's the delay with the REDCAT's hop-up parts for the Gen 8? I don't know. I didn't really look at nothing. I know that they just made a skid plate. Who is it? Powerhouse made a flat. It's not totally flat, but it's almost flat. A nice skid plate they made. So that's like the best one you could get now. Exomatics in the house. Exomatics exiting the house. They're easy to put together, so. Exomatic had to catch an airplane or something. A flight. I know we're supposed to get a snowstorm. It started just at 6 o'clock, so. I gotta rotate this in there. There it is. There you go. Hey Steve, did you see that grasshopper with the hook? Yeah, I seen that one. Tamai will never do that. They never change nothing. I wish they made a 4-link Hornet. That'd be neat. Beadlocks are nice, but all the little parts you need to put them together is a pain. Gotta go charge battery dead. See ya, Steve. Thanks, Poppy RC, for stopping in. I appreciate it. Yeah, you could probably do it on the Hornet also. Same chassis. Why do the nuts always seem to drop in on an angle? There you go. That didn't sound kind of right. These tires do smell a lot, though. A good thing or a bad thing. If you're keeping them in your house, somewhere in your room. I got one more left, and I can mount them on. Woo! Last one, guys. Ozboy's asking Shen, what's your thought on the new TRX4 bodies? Which ones? That Mercedes one? I don't like that. The Chevy, new trucks, the Blazers look cool as hell. But I'm not digging the Mercedes one. Punch time. I don't know who's going to buy that Mercedes. That thing was nasty. Put one on the opposite side again. Tim. Oh yeah, Tim's saying a sport with the extended back on there, the camper shelf. Yeah, I like that one. That one looks nice. Beanfield Alice Turtles in the house. Hit the thumbs up, brother. Hey Shen, how long have you been RCing? Haha. No, he's fast, RC. I'm 48 now. And I always had RC cars forever, but my first hobby grade I put together, I think I was like 13. So if you count hobby grade, 13 till now. That's a long time. And don't even ask how many hundreds of RCs I went through. I was 13 when I did my first hobby grade. Dang it, these things are always falling out on me. Yeah, what I did was when I was like 12, 13, probably 11, I remember the kids in school got kits and they couldn't build them. So I used to build them back then for like $50. And what I did was I saved all the ones I built for the other kids. I saved my money up, and I think I got my first one was the Hornet. That's why I love the Hornet. Somewhere in the back of me on the posters. It's up on the top more. Oh no, there she is. Up above that. These guys can't see it. My Hornet poster. And then I think I got the next one I built. I think it was I can't remember if I think it was the lunchbox. Then I saved up from building more, and I got the lunchbox. Filthy Co says he was 10 when he had the tomato. I remember I built the Falcon for my friend. Filthy Co, I built my friend's Falcon, and I told him, all right, it's ready. He gave me $50. I guess his parents probably paid for me to build it, right? I had it all done. I'm like, all right, come over. It's finished. So I have the car. I have his Falcon all done up, painted, everything's together. It's ready to run. And he comes over, and I'm like, here it is. And I'm like, oh, you got to push up and down on the suspension like a couple hundred times before you use it. He didn't know nothing. He started doing this for like 2 minutes. I'm like, I'm joking. That was funny. I'll never forget it. And then after, I think the lunchbox, the next one I saved up for, and I got it. Still not today that I sold it. I wish I never sold it. James Swift, yeah, hit the like button. Oh, the foams feel pretty soft. They're good. They're not real hard, the tires. If you could see it, they're pretty good. So I'm going to leave them. They look like they'd work good. Brad's second car was a super shot. Yeah, what happened to me is after the lunchbox, I saved up from building other kits, and I remember I went to this hobby shop, and this old guy and lady were in there watching Godzilla movies, and they had the frog and everything, and the old guy coming up. I go, ooh, my friend's like, what's that one? He comes over the desk. He's like, he's an old guy. He's like, that's the frog on it. The frog, like that. I'll never forget it. And then I'm like, what's that one? He goes, that's the one I got. He's like, that's the super shot. And then I got the super shot, and that thing was the best ever. Because we used to have competitions with the other kids. My next door neighbor's house had a big steep hill going from her driveway into like the woods. And people, even my brother-in-law used to come over with like cloud busters and all them. And we used to call it the Claire, because her lady's name was Claire. She was an old lady. We used to call it the Claire's Hill Climb. And we used to challenge to see who could get up it. and nothing ever got up it but my super shot. It was like a cat real low to the ground and it got up it. So that's why I have memories of that one being like one of my favorites. And then we set up a little track in the backyard in the woods, me and my friend. And we used to run like hornets, frogs, all them Tamiya cars. And then one time he got a remember when the Associated RC10 first came out? He got one. He's like, Steve. He used to talk like this. Steve. He's like, Steve, build it for me. I'll get you one. I'm like, all right. So I built him it. And we raced around the track. And I'll never forget because we were used to them Tamiyas bouncing around. It was on the track. And we were like with our mouth dropped. Wherever you pointed the car, the RC10 just went. All you seen was the suspension moving in the front and back, and it stood smooth, and it went wherever you pointed it. And we were like, holy crow. So once we got that RC10, we were like, holy God. It was so good. And then I got mine. And then after a while, like 2 years, I got one of them graphite chassis, and I cut it, and I made it like a 12 scale pickup truck. Super hot shot for the win. And I painted my re-release just like I did when I was a kid. I painted it that green. Everyone was like, oh, it's got that green with them gold wheels. That's nasty. And I painted it the same. You guys seen it on my videos. Yeah, the good old gold pen. When you tried that, when you first ran that on the bumps, you were like, it's so smooth. It was like it was floating on a cloud compared to like a frog or something on the same surface. There you go. They're all finished. Brad says he had a B3. I had a B2, I think, or a 3. I forget which one. Well, anyway, they're all finished now. We can bolt them on the truck here. Man, it's starting to get hot in here in the garage. I don't know. I have to take this jacket off. Oh! God, this body's so big, it's like a freaking monster. All right. We're going to bolt these suckers up onto the Gen 8 and see how they look. Oh, I need my Tamiya wrench. These have little caps you unscrew on the Gen 8. You unscrew them to get to the bolt. I'm probably going to put a little dab of thread lock on the screw because you got to screw a lot of these. How many you got? I think 6 hex screws to put that cap on. So I'm going to put a little thread lock in the nut so I don't have to worry about it getting loosened. You can see these ones got much softer. Let me get my thread lock here, guys. I'm going to use where the hell is it? Tamiya stuff. I like using this Tamiya anaerobic gel thread lock. Whatever it is. I just put a little bit in the thread of the nut so you don't get it on the plastic wheel because sometimes the plastic will get cracked up. I just use that little metal piece and or a toothpick and just put it inside the threads. You'll be good to go. I don't think these are directional, but what I do like to do, you remember I punctured those holes in the tires, the one on the top and one on the bottom. What I like to do is when I put them on, I'll put one hole facing down here, and then on the other side I'll put the holes opposite diagonally, so when they're going and the water squirts out, it'll make the balance more better. So I'm going to put these up just like that, the holes up. Now I got to put the nut on here. Where's my Tamiya wrench? Yeah, you got to put Loctite on some stuff sometimes because you'll lose them. I just don't want these to loosen up because they got the cap that goes over. That's it. There's what they look like. I'll have to put the body on to show you guys. They're like, I think they're a hair. They're a little bit taller, not much, a couple millimeters. I think these are like 120 millimeter. Filthy Co's asking, should I get the TTO2RR or the TB03? I'm not too familiar with those. I probably know what they are. I know my TTO2 chassis is real nice. I like that one. God, this coat's getting caught. Put a little thread lock in the nuts, like the end of them here. You just stick it in, swirl it around, wipe it with your finger. That way you don't have none on to hit the plastic. Most rims are nylon, it don't matter, but just want to be safe on it. All right, now like I said, I got the hole on this one facing down. Now what I do with mine is I put the hole I punched in the tire, because this one's facing down, I want these will be up and down straight. I want the other one angled this way, so when the water comes out, it'll make it work like more smoother. So hole on the bottom here, hole on the top on this tire, hole on the front, hole on the rear on that tire. Filthy Co, I think the rally car, you talking about the chassis that's the same as the Dark Impact chassis, the DF03? I think that one has a bit more suspension than the TTO, the 02 like I got. I think that's better for rough terrain. I modified mine. I got a little more suspension out of it. If you've seen my video I did of it on the Tamiya Tuesday. But I think the DF03 has more suspension travel. There you go. Now I do the same on the rear also. I'll do the opposite. I'll put the hole up on this side and the other one the other way. The TB03 has F1 shocks up front. Yeah, but is it the same type of drivetrain as the Dark Impact car? Because I know that rally chassis has a lot more suspension travel. It works better on rough stuff. 11 Charlie's in the house. JP Slayer. Bulgar RC. Hit them thumbs up for me. I just got these AUSTAR $24 bead locks in PROLINE HYRAX clones. They're $24, and I'm just going to put them on the Gen 8 here. Now, on this side, I got the hole on the bottom here, so I'm going to do it on the opposite side here. I'm going to put the hole on the bottom that I punched in. Just like that. And again, with your nut for your wheel, put a little dab of a thread lock inside there to hold it in good with a toothpick or whatever you have. I'm using the Tamiya red gel type because it doesn't hold as tight as the blue, but it's better because you get the stuff apart. And next, after I put the next one on here, I'll have to put the center caps on, and then I can mount the body and we can see what she looks like. Oh, can't pull off the wheel without undoing the nut. Tommy. Now, since this side has the holes I punched the tire up and down, now on the back I want to do it the opposite way, side to side like this. Just right there. Get your thread lock again. Put some in the nut. JP Slayer Racing's asking, was it a combo? Yeah, it came in, I have the link in the description below. Came in this bag, the All-Stars, just like that. They're bead locks and they're copies of the PROLINE HYRAX. And they were like $24, so, and a lot of guys said they worked pretty damn good, so I figured I'd give them a try. That's it. 4 of them on there. Now I'm just going to put the center. They give you a bag with the center caps. And like I said, it's cool on the wheels. There's 6 hex screws that go through with a little nut on the back. I was worried they would fall out and you'd have to use thread lock. But they give you this center cap. And this center cap, because the heads of these screws you're screwing for the bead locks are flush, when you screw this in, the screws can't unscrew past because they'll hit the back of this here. So that's a good thing. You don't have to worry about losing the nuts on the back of the wheels. Whoa, that's a lot of screws. Good thing I got my little handy screwer machine with the slipper clutch. Now you just put these over, thread them in. I guess oh man, this is going to take forever. The joy. I'll start them. Maybe I should just put 2 in and do them later. Gonna take forever. Putting these caps on look just as hard as putting the bead locks together. The bead locks come together, guys. If you missed the beginning, you really don't have to do nothing. You could just bolt them on and put the caps on. But I wanted to punch them holes. I put a hole on the top and then on the opposite side. That's the only reason why it's taking me long. I could have just bolted these right on out of the package. Especially if you don't mind and you don't want the hole in the tire to release the water. Or if you seal the hole in the wheel. I don't know if there is a hole in this wheel. Hey, Dad's in the house. Hit that thumbs up. Yeah, these lucky I got this at least so I could just screw them in really quick. Is that loud, guys? Is it annoying? I don't know if you... And there they are. The center cap on there. It's hard to get the way these look because they're so shiny. I'm sweating here. Let me take this off. All right, 1 down, 3 more to go. The hardest part, putting these caps on. Did I miss anything? Particle Man's in the house. So I would say with these AUSTAR, if you're not going to cut holes in the tires and puncture 2 little holes, the hardest part about them is putting the center cap on. 6 screws. That takes the longest. Filthy Kill says, looking sharp. Bulgar RC wheels look good, bro. Thanks. They come in different colors. If you guys are wondering, they come in black. They come in white, and I think they come in like a silver. Then they come in this smoke. I think I may have even seen like a fluorescent orange. I'm not sure. I forgot. But like I said, you can put them on right out of the package, but the hardest part's doing these center caps. A bit fell out. Two more to go. They look pretty damn cool. You guys probably can't see the detail because the way I got my lights. Let me see if I could get it close. You see they have the black, they look like lug nuts, so they're kind of nice. Blinding you with the shine. But they're pretty cool. So I got this side, now I'm on to this side. Sammy Fan 47 says, looking great. Whoa, almost dropped it. Particle Man, I put a video how to paint the words on the tires. They look good. Yeah, I used to do that with my Tamiya cars, and you write the lettering on them. They sell a special little pen, and you just go like this, and it lets the fill in the letters. But it's still a pain in the butt to do. It's not easy. It takes a lot of time. I used to do it on my Tamiyas, but after a while, when they just started scraping up, I was like, I ain't putting this on again. It looks nice though. I got one more screw. I missed it. Lucky I had this tool here. Filthy Kill says I do it with an oil pen. Yeah, I don't know what kind of pen it is. I bought some, like, you know, them shaker pens. It had a real fine tip. It was, the guy was selling it on eBay for a special tire pen for the white lettering. It worked good. It lasts pretty long too, because I've been running like the buggies in the dirt and stuff, and you could still see it on some of them. One more left. Woohoo! Thank God. Particle Man, I want to see if these grip better. Oh no, wait, that's Filthy Co. I want to see if these grip better than the stock ones. These ones here, well, guys already tested them. They said they work pretty damn good. I think they're going to work better than the stock ones just by the tread on them. Because it has, like I said, a lot of these little cuts across the lugs, and that really acts like it grabs onto stuff really good. Plank test. I have it here. I was thinking of maybe trying something on it tonight. I downloaded an app on my tablet. It supposedly shows the degrees, the angle, because when we were doing all them plank tests, everyone was wondering what the angle was. So I seen Buy It, Break It, Fix It, and Axiomatic had some, it was an app for their phone or their tablet to show the angle, like the degrees. So I downloaded it to try it out. Oh, they give you one extra screw. Unless I missed one. On the plank. I guess we could try it. Now remember, these tires are a hair tall, or probably a couple millimeters on each bottom and top, so it'll be a little higher to center of gravity. That's it. There she goes. See what she looks like. I'll see if I can put this on really quick. Cheap. Is that the front? Oh yeah. That's it. That's what it looks like, guys. Kind of shiny. They look like chrome in the. They look kind of chromy in the video, but they're like smoked more in person. Plank test. I'm looking at the bodies for myself. What, a Gen 8 body? Damn, this thing's soft. Gotta do the magnets. Sammy Finn 47 says he got it. I like the Velcro. I got mine working good. I glued it down like on the chassis. It goes on real easy. I like it, so I'm not gonna bother. Magnets are nice, but I'm kind of like, I always try to make everything work best possible. Like for me, the weight of the extra magnets, all of them on the whole body and stuff, I'd rather have Velcro. That's just me. That's how I am. I try to make stuff work really good, the best it could. White letters. Yeah, you could probably put white letters on them, but if I took it once in the mountain, them white letters would be goners. Particle Man says he got 4.75 RC four-wheel drives on the Sport. Yeah, that's tall because you already got them portal axles. If you would have had a truck with a regular axle, you would be like, with the portals gives you a lot more clearance already. So if you had a regular truck with the stock axles, then you would notice how much more the portal axles really help. I don't know if you got another truck though with regular axles. No, he's fair like the gunmetal. Beauty! Being Phil Addison, beauty! Yeah, it looks nice. It looks a lot better in the person. I think they look nice for 24 simoleons. 24 simoleons, you can't go wrong. We set up that plank. I don't know what you want to see this one go up it. I wonder what this would do on the plank. I wonder what this would do on the plank. This one probably go right up to the top. Set up the plank, guys. Should we go planking? Plank it. All right, what I gotta do here is I gotta switch the computer facing that way and the camera thing I got, and I'm gonna also get one of the lights and shine it at the ramp. All right. Let me see where it is. Let me see. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna get this and move it. You're probably looking at my head right now. All right, right now I gotta get the camera. I gotta see where this looks good. You're looking at me. I gotta get the ramp first. Hold on. I put this towel on it so it grabs better now. I had a nail here. I gotta get I want to get a nail. Hold on a second, guys. I have to find a nail to hold that. Maybe this. Stick a nail in here, just like that, so it can't move. That's it. All right. Is that good view, or how's the view on that? You want it closer? Oh, I'm tangled here. Hold on. Well, I guess it was better back. Let's see if I move it this way. How's that? It don't look right. It looks weird. It's hard to do this because I'm in the way. Does that look better like that? Let me get some light on it. I guess you'll only see the light when the car goes up. How's that looking? Shen, let's go do it on. All right. No toy grade. It doesn't cut the feed. Yeah, if I try one of them toy grade ones like the one here, this last time it cut the feed off. So if I try this one last, maybe I'll keep the controller and car like over there. Maybe it was too close to like the computer. Good view. That's good. All right. Let me get the battery and radio here. I guess I could move this back now. Let me see. That's better. These guys can't see me putting the battery in. That's a bummer. Oh well. I tried. I'm just gonna use one of these stock ones here. This NIM pack in here. This is charged. Let me find my radio first and turn it on. I'm gonna leave the radio over here. I do got that meter. Oh, I hate these things. I got this on the bottom here, so it don't slide. All right. I also have an app on here. I'm going to try to do it for you guys. It's supposed to, we'll measure the angle. But first, let me get this all in here. I'll try, I can't really see the comments you guys are posting, so I'll have to come back at the computer every once in a while. There she goes. Beep, beep. Let me put this body on. Actually went on pretty good. Dropped right in. I'm probably gonna get the ramp, and I'm gonna start up on an angle already because the backs of the trucks really scrape the bottom because there's nothing in the, like on there like a 2x4 or anything. All right, now I got this here. Let me see if I could get this app thing that I downloaded to work. Here it is. Where the hell is the brightness on here? Put it up all the way. Here it is. I don't know if you guys could see it. I got this thing here. So I'm just going to set the ramp. What do you want me to set the ramp at? 45? Enough of that gun show. All right, I'm going to do a 45. I never used this before, so this is the first time. It's at 51 right now, so that means, damn, I must have been climbing pretty high last time, guys. Jesus, I must have been high last time. That's like 45, 46, good enough. That's 46, so we'll try it out. See what you're going to do right now. Let me see, I'm looking at the comments. All right, that's 46 degrees. Where's my radio? Like I said, I'm probably going to have to start this up because the back's hit. I guess it goes up. I'm going to need this meter. That was 46 degrees. I'm going to try like 55. See what that does. That's 50 right there. That's 50. That's 50 degrees. Like nothing. A piece of cake. I'm going to go right to 55 degrees on it. $55. 55 degrees, guys. Here goes nothing. Whoa, that looked like it was tipping. Ah, 55, maybe no good. That's about it. I don't think it could do the 55, guys. It's a little bit too much where it tips up. I think that's it. Probably can only do like a 53, maybe. Nope. Can't do a 55, so I'm going to drop it down a hair. That's like 53 degrees. That's with the wheel coming off on my side. That's about as high as she goes. 53 degrees. The Gen 8 looks like 53 degrees, guys. So I'm going to actually write this down so I remember. Gen 8 got 53. The ECX will do it. Hey, Shannon, what's up? Park man. Showing the Doomsday you want to try? Being filled as a part of. All right. This one here, maybe? What about this little demon? Huh? Any dibs? Dibs on the beauty here. Dibs on the beauty. TRX4? I got that one. We could try that also. You want to try this one first? Go for it. This one's already got the battery in it too, so let me shut this sucker down here. I'll be out of the video for a few seconds here, guys. Hold on. Doomsday. There she is. We'll leave the ramp at the 53 degrees just to see for the hell of it. I got the battery in this one already. Okay. This is a lot smaller. This is like a 1/12 scale. Here she goes. Oops, where the hell did I put that? Oh. This is 53 degrees. Here we go. Maybe not. We got the right controller. Nope, this is a temper too. Same one. Let me get the other hand out. Dang it. Doomsday. Alright. There she goes. Sorry guys, got the rolling radio. 53 degrees, so let's try it out. Oh, tires ain't good. It's better than the J. It's better than the 10.8, guys. I think if I put my lower tires I originally had on here, these, I bet you $10 if I had these original ones I put on there. They're a little smaller with more of a tread, like less lugs. I bet you it would climb up there even better. But that one beat out the Gen 8. It didn't lift up as much. Let me see if I can go a little higher. It's like 54, 55. It's like 54 degrees. The problem is just getting up and starting. Yeah, I could hear these lugs on these tires. They're real tall and they're flexing, not letting it climb. So I think it's the tires on this one stopping it. Yeah, the tires. It's like the same as the Gen 8. I guess they can't go much more. Oh, I should have let off. Oh. That's about it. So it's like a little better than the Gen 8. The Gen 8 tipped a little easier. So I'd say this was like 53.5 degrees. It probably could go up because it can't do the 54, almost 55. So, guys, do 60. I'm gonna write this down. It was like 53.5, probably. It's pretty good though. I think if I had them other tires on there, like I said, it would go better. I have a feeling. These, you could see these tires, guys. I don't know. See them? They have big lugs on them, and they bend. Sometimes that's not good for like just trying to climb up a smooth, like grippy surface. But in the dirt and stuff, these might work better. Maybe we should try. Oh, you want the TRX4? Do the ECX with the cut tires. I'll do the TRX4 first. Oh, this thing feels heavy. But I have to get. Hold on a second, guys. I have to get the LiPo for the radio. Is that it? Yeah. I switched out the radio to one of these fly sky majiggers. Wonder how this one's gonna do. TRX4. I think I've seen a TRX4 doing 58. I don't think that I've seen Buy It, Break It, Fix It in Axiomatic. I think they did like 54 or something. I wanna. We'll see. Because the tires look like they're grabbing really good to the towel I put up there now, so it's not really the I'm trying to put the battery forward like I did in the Gen 8. Alright, that's good. Ooh, that new servo is good. How do you put the lipo in there? Yeah, I got like a 1000 milliamp lipo. I put it in the Fly Sky radio because it uses used all them AA batteries, and it was like kind of heavy because it's kind of a heavier radio already. Sport 55 as it doesn't have the rack on the back. 53 if it had the rack. Back on Steve 56. How about one of your? I was thinking about doing a tank. I don't know how they would grip on that the carpet there. Diecast collectors in the house. All right. TRX4, let's see what she does. Right now, this is at 54 degrees, I think. Let me check it. It's 54. Actually, it's almost 55. It's blinking back and forth. 54, 55. Let's see how she goes. TRX4. This is right now. The Gen 8 didn't make it up this high, and the Doomsday didn't make it up. So this is the steepest so far that we did. The tires don't grip. I think the bumper's hitting. You know what it is, guys? I figured out why I'm losing traction. This towel has, it's like a towel that it has like a knitting. Like this really ain't good over here. When the tire hits it, it slips. So I'm going to probably have to push it up over that. See, now once it gets to there, it'll go up. That's 55. See what this is. I'm going to try 56, see what can happen here. It's like 56 right there. So let's try the 56 on it. Again, I'm going to have to get this started because it bottoms out. That's like the limit, 56. It starts tipping up. So the TRX4 went up 56. That's pretty good, an extra 3 3 degrees over to Gen 8. The angle of the camera doesn't make it look as tall because you're like on an angle from it. I don't know if I move it, if it'll look any different. Now does it look steeper, guys? Can't really tell. Yeah, Particle Man, he's saying if I had weighted wheels, it'd make it work better because it would probably keep it down on the front. $56 though ain't bad. It's pretty good. Seemed to work real good. 11 Charlie, it has no mods except for the bumpers. I just switched and flipped them over. I don't even have the lower center of gravity in there, the tray for the battery. That's the stock one. So it's basically like stock. Nothing really done to it but adjusted them bumpers on it. Yeah, this is like, it's really stock. Only thing I did was see the front bumper, how high I put it upside down. And then the back, I just pushed it all the way in the bumper. So this one worked the best so far. Steve OD's in the house. Brad Kilman, Steve Boom Racing makes a kit that did 58 degrees. Well, like Particle Man said, if I had if in the front here we had the weighted wheels and we had all that brass stuff on here, the weighted brass stuff, this would probably go up on a higher angle. But I'm not going to do that with mine because guys like the weight. It may work good on this, but when you're on dirt and it's loose and you add that much weight, sometimes it's worse because it's so much harder to pull the heavy weight up. Your tires can't grab. But on this, your tires grab because it's prepared to make them grip as good as they can. So I never really liked adding the weight too much. For the way I run, I think if you're on like rocks maybe, but for like trail running and a whole bunch of little boulders and stuff, I think it's better without the weight. That's my just preference, how I like them. So we'll try the ECX Doomsday, not the Doomsday, the Gen 2 thing I just did. We'll see how that one goes up. Maybe the champ, you don't know. I'll put this on later. Let me put it aside. What do you say, give this old little beauty a chance on that ramp? Particle Man says he flipped the rear bumper. Yeah, I didn't want to do the rear one because it looked so high in the air. I was like, out on the trail, the way I use it, the rear bumper don't really get hung up that much anymore. So, temper 2. Yeah, looks like a lot of work. That's a long project. Adventure Time RC's in the house. Hit that thumbs up for me, guys. Who's this? Axiomatics here again? All right, we'll try this little bugger. Now, if I get the right radio there, temper. I think the battery should be charged in here a little bit. Temper Gen 2. Next up on the ramp. We'll leave it the same as it is. What was it, like 56 degrees? Here she goes. Any final thoughts, guys? All right. 56 degrees. I told you this little beauty was the best. At 56. Let's go higher. Whoa. $57 degrees. $57 degrees, guys. $57. Try 58. $58 degrees. Let's see. One wheel's off. 58 degrees. I told you this little thing's a beast. When I was out on the trail, I thought this worked better than the TRX4 and everything. $59 degrees. I try this one right here like the other ones. It's like 59 degrees. It's pretty damn good. 59. So the little temper works better than everything. All right, so I tested those rigs out, and there you have it. What did we learn? Doesn't matter what truck you have, they're all fun. The ramp don't matter. Well, you can't see this, or maybe you could. Gen 8, 53 degrees. Doomsday, 53.5. TRX4, 56. And the temper was 59 degrees. Crown Champion. Beauty. '59 Beauty. Give the WL Toys a try. I think I tried that one last time. It didn't do good. Let me try it again. WL Toys. Damn, this thing's pretty heavy. WL Toys, and I have these tires on here. This ain't stock though. It has a crawler motor. Let's see what she does. I'm gonna make sure the battery stays forward. JD Passel's in the house. Hit that thumbs up for me, guys. Here it is. We're just gonna leave it on the 59. I'm gonna start it from here. No. $56 degrees we'll try. We'll start it from here. No, it just does wheelies. $53. This one can't go high. It just wants to turn. Let me try. Let me see. Nah, this one ain't gonna go high, guys. I knew this one wasn't gonna go high. WL Toys, kaput. RC Fun Driverson's in the house. Sniffing session of J's. Let me see something here. It's pretty good. I don't think it'll go up that high. That's 56 degrees right there. These little toy ones work good. But I don't want to risk putting this beauty on because last time I turned this on, the Wi-Fi, something got messed up and it shut off. How the fuck? Steve got a wrench because that was when I first did this. I didn't know what I was doing, and I got a couple guys got like the wrenches. I have to give more guys them. But Steve, you there? Look at this. Remember on your live stream, Basher Boy took his Avante out, and he said it lived in the closet. We were so sad. We were like, oh man, it lives in the closet. I was gonna bust him if he came in here. I took my Avante out. It lives in my dresser drawer. This little thing. Mine lives in a dresser drawer. These are pretty cool. They go like a speed. Then on the top, you push this button here, and it gives a turbo power, and it gets like a lot faster. Yeah, Steve, I got the Avante, I got the Hornet, the Grasshopper, and the Hot Shot, and these little buggers. Let's see it on the maybe down the plank. Let me see if I can turn it on. I think I gotta charge it. Yeah, probably you clip it on here and it charges, the light goes out, but I think it got some juice in it. I don't know if you guys could see it on the floor. It's probably dead. Let me see if I can bring it by the ramp. Yeah, did you see it on the floor? It's infrared, so you gotta like point this right. Yeah, it's dead. I'll hit the turbo button, but I'm behind this pole. Yeah, it has to be charged. I'll hit turbo. Yeah. Oh. Damn it. I have it steering crooked. Needs to be charged. You got to put it on here. And plus, these are so old, the batteries in them probably ain't that good anymore. So you snap it on like this. Just like that. And then you hit the turbo button. Then the light comes on and it charges it. Yeah, these are cool looking. I had these from a long time ago, and I went to look for them online and on eBay. They want like 100 something or 170 or $50 for these now. And I'm using them, abusing them. You gotta check it out. Last time I looked for these, they were like 100 something each. I was like, holy crap, because they weren't that much. I guess they're collectibles now. If you search them, I think Tomy makes them. Tomy used to make them. They're called mini Qs or something. If you search Tomy Hornet or Tamiya Hornet, Tomy Hot Shot, it should come up if they have them on eBay, or search anyone you want. I think they made a whole bunch of them. But like I said, now they're like collectibles. Tomy it was. Oh, that's what they're called. It says right on here. They were called, if you search Tamiya, say Tamiya Hornet Q Stair. They're called Q Stairs by Tomy. They're Q Stair cars. I told you they're expensive. That's because they're like collectibles now, but They are Tomy Q steers, but they were the Tamiya editions. They made all Tamiya hot shots and stuff like that. I don't know what they made. They had more of them. I only had the 4. Q steer, that's it. So if you go on eBay or something, Steve, and you search Tamiya Hornet Q steer, if they have it, it'll come up, or you could put Tamiya Hornet Q steer Tomy, and you should be able to find them. They're like the size of a Hot Wheels car. Let me see if it got any more power now that I charge it. That's what it is. They're so old, the batteries, they ain't good. You could take them apart. Look, you could take this apart and probably replace a new rechargeable battery in it. You see it's got like a axle in the back with a gear, has a couple gears in the back. You see, like a transmission. Let me see if I can run it. I don't know if you guys could see it. Where am I? Oh, there I am. That's slow mode. That is turbo. It's like a bug. Oh, they're pretty cool. Yeah, it works better on a table here. They probably need new batteries because they're so old, like I said. I guess you could buy the batteries because they still make these types of cars. You just got to get these little round battery in here. It's like a 1 cell, and you replace it. Because probably what happened when you don't charge it and you leave it sitting for like a couple years, the batteries go reverse the polarity and then they don't work anymore. I have a video on these. If you look on my channel, I show them all running. I have the Hornet, the Grasshopper, and the Hot Shot. And this one, I was running them in the garage on the floor. I did a video of them going. Steve, they have a new Grasshopper. It's 53 simoleons. That one ain't that bad for 53 because I think when they were new, they might have been like $30. I'm not sure. I forgot. But I think I seen a couple years ago, I looked for like these and stuff. Some of them were $175. I was like, what the hell? I could almost buy the real 1/10 scale one. So I put them new wheels on here, guys, and they look good on it. They look real nice on the truck. $24 specials, and they actually gripped. You seen up the carpet thing on the ramp? They gripped actually pretty good. PROLINE copies, Clone-O-Matic. Yeah, Steve, it comes with the center caps also. They're pretty good. They're bead locks. I thought when I was buying them, I didn't see nothing on them. I thought they might have been just glued on the wheels, but they're bead locks. They have 6 hex with nuts under the cap, and then you screw the cap over with the 6 more hex screws. I don't know if you could see them on here, what it looks like. And it looks cool because it looks actually like lug nuts on there. So they're nice. HYRAX, yeah, there's clones of them. Guys said they work pretty good, so that's why I got them for 24 bucks for all 4. They come They come black, the wheels you could get, white, and then standard like silver. Then this is the smoked chrome. I think I might have seen they had orange also, like a fluorescent orange. So they're good. Axomatic, you said 78? 78 for what? These tires and wheels? These are $24 specials. Oh, these are plastic. They're not metal. They're plastic, Steve. You could add probably weight in the inside of them, like solder or something, if you want to. They look like metal. RC Voodoo's in the house. What's up? Geo1. Do a ramp test. You'll have to look back, Geo1. I ran, I'll give you the results if you want. I ran the Gen 8 and I ran the Doomsday ECX. I ran the TRX4 and the Temper ECX Temper Gen 2. And Geo1, here it is. The Gen 8 did 53 degrees. The Doomsday did 53.5. TRX4 did 56. Temper Gen 2, the ECX little one here, was the king. It did 59 degrees. So that's the rundown. Yeah, I was surprised the little crawler worked the best. JD Pass will show us your pet snakes. Too cold here in the garage. It's actually, it was getting hot because I had the coat on. I took it off. But it's much too cold to bring out one of those African sand boas in here because it's like probably 40s. Miss RC and Custom Designs. Let me find the name of them. I don't know what these guys are talking about. Adventure Time. It's in it for over. I did a trick video when I had the live stream. I think I took when I had the live stream, I took off the body. I made believe I just got back from trailing, and I took off the body. And I remember I put my snake in there, and I was like, "Oh, I just got back from trail," and I pulled the body off, and my snake was in there. And I was like, "What the hell?" Someone's talking about what are they? Miss RC's talking about rapid racers. What are they, like little RC cars? Let me move this stuff around now that I messed everything up. Alright, we did the ramp test. It was good. So I guess this level meter works pretty good. Let me put my video camera back the other way. Unless you want to see some cars. Oh! I'm sorry if I'm getting you sick, guys. Here's some of my mess. I don't know if I could reach it. The whole table full of crap. There's my Camaro under the cover. But yeah, I got some, I can't get high enough over here to show you guys. I got a few tanks. The Kyosho Blizzard I just took out. RC-10, the old gas truck, a Grasshopper, 2 CC01s, whole crap load of controllers, chargers, sprayed airbrush right here. This one here is a beauty. Thingamajigs to hold the cameras and stuff up. They're awesome. My lights over here. I don't want to blind you. But anyhow, let me see if I can put this back in the original position. There's my toolbox. Well, some of my tools all jumbled up. A mess. See, that's what the wall looks like behind. I got the stickers on there. A couple of the posters with a pain in the butt putting them posters up. I was nervous cutting all my Tamiya boxes up, but I made good use of them. This gotta go back. There you go. Do all those still work, Steve? What are you asking if what all work? All the cars on the table? Yeah, they all work. That's all his broken Trackers RC Pop in the shape of a Camaro. Sorry, Voodoo, I only own one Traxxas, and that's the TRX4. I used to have a few Traxxas. I had Stampedes, a couple of those. One of them mini E-Revo things in the mini Summit. I had a Summit. I had 2 Slashes. I had a Bandit. And I think I had a, what was it, that Traxxas Blast, that boat. I had that thing. But I don't have no Traxxas anymore. The only Traxxas I got is the truck. This is my only Traxxas. The only Traxxas I own. The little, poor little TRX4. The only Traxxas in my stable. I own more REDCATs than I do Traxxas. I have the REDCAT Gen 7 and the Gen 8. Does look mean though, doesn't it? Gen 8 does look like a beauty, though. I'll give it that. I wonder why I can't see the wheels and stuff. My light's facing towards the ramp still. How's that? What's that back set? RC Voodoo. This is awesome. You should get one. They're kind of expensive. They're like 59 bucks. It holds your charger on the top and mounts it, and the wires go through, and it stores the lipos in there, or you could charge them in there, and it's sealed. And if there's a fire, it has a filter system on the top, and it filters out most of the black soot stuff, and like a light gray smoke will come out, and it contains the fire. So that's why everyone I mention these, when they see it, I recommend getting them. I'll pull it out for you a little bit so you can see it. There's just so much crap here. Ugh. That's about as far as I could go with it. That's about as far as I could go with it. You see the holes in the top? They're all vent holes with a filter, and it opens up with this. It's like a lunch box. It's double walled. You see, it has a rubber fireproof seal in there, and you put the lipos in there. It's double walled with insulation in between it, like fireproof. It's really good. Definitely, a lot of guys I see, they spend so much on the hop-ups and stuff for their cars, and then they have their lipos stuffed on shelves. I'm like, don't buy a few hop-ups and get one of these, because it'll save everything if there's ever a fire. Because one of the guys I know in England had a fire, and his whole cars got melted, his Tamiya collection and everything. I showed him this box, and then he finally picked one up, I think, but he said he wished he had it when the fire happened. I hope Basher Boy sees this. Oh, he's in the house. I was like, I didn't know you were here, Basher Boy. Yours sleeps in the closet, and my Avante sleeps in a dresser drawer. Funny. They're neat. I have about 100 lipos in a plastic toolbox. Oh my God. That's not good, Adventure Time RC. They make BatSafe came out with a double as high, bigger box for storing more lipos in. They have this size that was the original. Now they make a double size box so you could fit more lipos in it. You probably would want to get one or two of those if we got all those lipos. Let's see if I could charge this little beauty up. I wish I brought my other ones down. Imagine if it was full proportion. That would have been awesome. Blurry. I'm blurry. Brad's asking how much. I think these are like $59, but it's worth it. Yeah, I had it on. It has the button on it. You go regular speed, then you hit this little button. It gives it a turbo. Adventure RC, it's a bomb ready to go off. Yeah, I wouldn't keep that many lipos like that. That's bad. I actually store mine at, they say to store them at 3.85. I store them at the life setting. I think it's like 3.6 something. I forget. The life mode for the life batteries, it's a little lower. The problem with putting the lipos in like them fireproof safes and ammo gun, whatever you put the ammo in there for the guns, the real ones like the military. Excuse me. When the fire starts in this starts inside this bat safe, it holds it all in, and the fumes come out through a filter, and it doesn't make all that thick black smoke. It's like a light gray, so it don't mess everything up. Yeah, some guys tested the sandbags, but with this one here, you don't have to do nothing. If you fill it with the recommended cells it could withstand, they give you a certain amount of milliamp hours, like for like the cells. If that catches on fire, it's not going to make nothing. It's just going to make the smoke come out through the filter like less, like polluted like the black soot. These bags are good. The only bag that really works and is really good is this original lipo sack. All them other ones from China and stuff, they always melt and catch on fire. These ones cost more, but they don't catch on fire like those. But like I said, for the price of this, if you got to pay 25, I'd rather pay 25 more and get that bat safe. Charlie RC, drill a little hole, it'll breathe. Yeah, it'll breathe, but what happens is a big fire shoots out of them, and then it catches stuff in your house on fire. This bat safe don't let no sparks or any flames through. Beanfield Alice Turtles, actually, what do you usually put the fun fires out with? You have to use either sand or a special fire extinguisher, a normal fire extinguisher. It don't put out the fire. Water don't put it out because it don't work. You have to have sand or a special. If you do a search, there's a special number fire extinguisher that only works with the lipos. Yep, you got to have sand or a special extinguisher. Basher Boy says it's an ABC fire extinguisher. See if this sucker got any juice in it now. Battery's not even warm. Table's just a little. Oh, set up. I should set up a ramp here for this little thing. Actually, whoa. I don't know if that'll work. I need tape. Well, we know it jumps further in Basher Boys Abante. I wish I had a new battery in this thing. It's pretty quick on a bigger open space. Oh God. Backflip contest. Wait, I should use it for Driftomaniacs, the reverse contest. Look, I can set up cones scale like about a couple inches apart. Whoa, saved it. I remember when these were new, they were good. They went a lot faster and controlled better. It feels like the batteries are gone in it. Basher Boy says he keeps his lipos at 35%. I keep my lipos. I used to keep them at the 3.85 volt recommendation. Now I set my charger to life battery pack and I put them in storage on the life mode. Instead of 3.8, I think it's like 3.7 volts per cell. It's a little lower. So that's what I've been doing with mine. Kung Fu Master Shen. What the hell is he talking about? Oh God. That's my RC. What's up, guys? What's up? Oh, I get it now when I did the quick catch for the Amante. Sinister 3 Drone Networks in the house. What's up? Hit that like button for me, guys. Basher Boy, on the temper too, I think the best thing you could do is that steering mod I did, but you have to use a bushing in the rear of the steering knuckle, because what happens is the CVD end, when you turn sharp, hits the seal of the bearing. You could even grind the end of the CVD a little bit with like a file, but I didn't want to do that. I think it'll still hit. So I put a plastic bushing in there so it can't bugger it up, because I noticed on my Doomsday, the truck I did on the Ram, it lost the balls and the bearings. It just fell apart because I did that on that also. So you got to put a plastic bushing in the back, and that way it'll get a little groove in it, but it won't ruin it, and you could get the turning sharp. Yeah, I love the Stompers also. I used to have them. They were cool. They were like the first real scale little trucks, them Stompers. Steve OD says he got the Kong head. Hey, Shen, you own any Stompers? Oh, man, that's my RC. They were my favorite, those Stompers with the foam tires. Then they started putting the rubber ones on. Then they started making the wider ones and the water ones and all crazy stuff. I used to love those things. They used to have the Stompers. They even made them tanks, I remember. I'm trying to supercharge this little Avante, but the battery just don't take the power. Basher Boys plan on put a Savic servo and ESC from the video. Yeah, you could see when I was going up that ramp, Basher Boy. If you look, I don't know if you were here when I was doing it. I took the temper up the ramp, and I noticed the throttle wasn't really smooth on it. It was like kind of choppy, where it kind of jerked the truck a little bit. But it ain't that bad. Try it first. It ain't that bad. I just put a glitch buster in mine. I made a glitch buster in there. And I put this servo that was in my REDCAT Gen 8, because it's short the back. It don't hit when you compress it. It don't hit the body. Because if you use a normal one, it scrapes the body. And then I just put the aluminum servo horn. And these cutting of the tires seem to work, because up the towel it grabbed like the best out of all the tires. Particle Man put a 20 kilogram in his chair. Yeah, I did that to mine also. I didn't take it out in the woods yet and try it, but I did do that. Yeah, if you look back, I ran this one actually, Basher Boy. This one was the king out of all the trucks I ran. This one got to 59 degrees. I think the TRX4 was like the next best. It got to 56. So this one went up the angle the most. So it's really good. I'm telling you, on the rocks and stuff, it works awesome, this little thing. You really don't have to change out the ESC or nothing. You got to try it first. I know you got all that stuff and you want to switch it, but you really don't have to. They did a pretty good job with this all-in-one unit. It's not that bad. Yeah, the wheels are kind of ugly because they're just like melt, like plastic silvery. But I was thinking of maybe painting them black, but who the hell knows? It works good though. I think right now, Particle Man, we're hit with a snowstorm. It's snowing right now. I think it's supposed to snow till like tomorrow all day. It didn't snow that much all year. I didn't get to rub the blizzard, and I took my blizzard out. Let me get it. It didn't snow all year, and I finally got a little bit of snow, and it was melting so fast, so I took this out, and I got enough footage. I'm going to do 2 videos on tomorrow. Videos coming up. I put the camera inside, and it shows you looking out, like when you're driving. If you're inside, from the inside, you see like the pillars and the windshield wipers and stuff. But this thing's cool. Blizzard's awesome. Exomatic, it's snowing outside by you, so that must mean I'm getting it worse. I think it snows more by me. I think you're hotter. I hear you, Basher Boy. That's why most of my stuff, I use the KO Provo, and I got the Fly Sky module, plugged it in the back, and I use the cheaper Fly Sky on like all the slower cars, like all the Tamayas I got and stuff. And the crawlers, I have like the normal radios, because sometimes I go with my brother and we share, and it's stupid to have the radio. You can't have another guy come with you. That's the only ones I leave like that. And the faster ones, like my Fox and a couple of my other faster ones, I just use the pure KO Propo 2.4 on those. The KO Propo stuff's crazy. The receiver on them, I swear to you, it's smaller than a dime. It's like this big. It's like the size of your finger, like this, the receivers on the KO Propos. Oh yeah, that's my RC when they put the big blower on it. I told Kyoto, I emailed him a few times. I'm like, because you know how this is kind of not that big. I told him, why don't you make a Blizzard XL? You know how to make the XL extra large, like the Scorpion? I said, why don't you make the Blizzard XL the same thing, but like half more longer and half more wider? Could you imagine this? If it was like this big, how cool it would be? Three inches already? Oh, God. Robert S. Testines, what's up? Thanks for stopping by. Hit that like button. Steve, ever heard of the Mountain Man RC truck? I don't know by the name of it. If I seen it, I might recognize it. I did put in this thing here. Let me show you what I did. I have 2 different radios in here right now. I have my old FM Airtronics caliper in here also for if I want to use it like with one wheel. And I also have the receiver for the standard one if I want to use the stick one. But I put quick run. I put the quick run ESCs in there. I got 2 of them. I don't know if you could see them. And I got 2 brushless motors in mine now. It's not fast, even with the brushless motors. Lucky if it hits, well, on 2S, it goes like almost 8 miles an hour. I did run it on 3S a few times in my videos, and that's pretty fast for this thing. It's nuts. Jeffrey Fields in the house. What's up? Thanks for stopping in. Hit that thumbs up for me. I appreciate it. Brad, yeah, there's a guy that makes a kit with all new gearboxes in it, and you could put 540s in it. And he makes like bulletproof steel gears for it inside. But I didn't have no problems with this yet so far, so I guess if you're gonna make it really super duper fast, let me see something here. If I can plug it in real quick. I don't know if I need the radio. Here's what it looks like. I got the blinking light on the top. I got two lights you can put in here. They have buckets, and then I put two here also. And then the blinking one. Then on the back, I got two red ones. I don't know if you guys can see the red ones in the back. It's pretty cool when you ride it in the dark. I tried it actually like 2 days ago. I said, let me see what the blizzard. It don't work because the tracks are like plasticky rubber, so they don't grab. But out in the snow, this thing will go over anything. It's like you can't stop it in the snow unless you sink like in a soft powder if you stop running. What angle? I want to do the build off, or do you have a group of people? Actually, we had that little bit of snow, and I took out this, and I took out real quick just to get some video of my clod buster and my I took the hot shot into the snow. It's like not real deep, but I took that just a little bit before it was melting. Yeah, Brad, they make the steel tracks for it, but they're so heavy they put a lot of stress on this plastic gears in here. So it's more problematic than it's worth. I just leave the stock ones. They're light and it turns them easy. Was that a kit? No, these come ready to run. They're ready to run right out of the box. I used to have the, Brad, I used to have every version of this. The first one had a gearbox like this. Then the second one had a truck-like axle across the front with the sprockets with 540. That one, the second generation one, and it had disc brakes to turn, is the one that's the strongest. You could put it had a 540 motor in it, so you could just plop any brushless or fast motor in that generation one of the Blizzard. See if this got any charge to it. Damn it, the table's just not big enough. Oh. Maybe this way. Whoa. Damn it, turning the wrong way. Try it this way. Turbo. Oh. I wish it did a circle in this area. It just ain't wide enough. Nope. Wait a minute, guys. Here, I have to make the, I'm going to make the Tamiya commercial. Avante! Look at the suspension on the Avante. A pure racing model. Look at that looks of that high wing out the back. Tamiya, #1 in quality around the world. Oh God, what time is it? Steve, did you ever see the old Tamiya commercials? Tamiya plastic model, #1 in quality around the world. They always got that same guy, and the music's like warped in the background, like. He's like, look at the suspension on the Avante. It could handle any terrain. Get yours now at your local hobby store. It's the snow. I've seen that video. Robert says, stop it. They are cool videos. You know what's funny? At least they used to make videos. They don't even make them for the RC cars like that. Basher Boy says it's Avante's out of the, here's its son. Your Avante's son, his baby. They should make them commercials again. They'd probably sell a lot more RC cars if they had those commercials, like back in the day, if they had them again, like for the new, like, new stuff like Arma, and it was on your television, you turned it on, it said Arma, and it showed the cars going. Oh crap, I didn't even know. Guys, I didn't even know because I didn't look at these in so long. I don't know if you could see. Look, these actually have like a spring rear suspension, kind of like the Grasshopper. And then the front also has like little coil springs. Look at it. But the back This probably works just as good as a grasshopper or hornet. It has the same design. That's so funny. Oh, my ramp shop. Crazy little thing. These don't have an on and off switch. The car does. The car has a little micro on and off switch on the bottom. Adventure Time RC says, Basher Boy, you need to put an RC trailer on so you could drive. Excuse me, so he could drive his Avante around and say he drove it. Yeah, Steve, I think so also. I think they should even remake them with the Hornet in the lunchbox and stuff. That'd be funny. Top the music on the Now I can put these ones on here. Basher Boy. You can put the Gen 8 tires on there. Of course, it's got to roll. That don't look that bad. I wonder if you could put a smaller pinion gear on this one. Yeah, then the Tamiya, it was not only the cars, it was the way they did the commercial with the guy's voice made it good. And then when they had like the stand like this and they showed the car, look at the suspension, double wishbones. They had the stand with the car moving. They don't do that no more. Oh, hold on a minute, Basher Boy. You're talking about these ones like this? Actually, no, these are from my twin hammers. They would be nice on there because these are from my twin hammers I put on here. They look really cool on it. But I think they would look awesome on here also. They're just a hair taller than the stock ones. They probably look sweet on the crawler. But I'm telling you, these tires, don't get me wrong, these tires, do you have your truck yet? These tires are really good. They're soft and really good. They're no joke. They're pretty good tires they gave you on there. Blacksmith RC, hey, thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. Hit that thumbs up for me. Yeah, I got my J's stuff over there. I usually clean up the cars. But yeah, Basher boy, give these tires a try out. They're really soft and they're actually nice. Listen to this. They're real good tires. Let me put this sucker back. I got so many RCs on the ground all over, I'm freaking lifting my legs trying to get over them. Might as well show this because if anyone's tuning in, they want to see the new wheels on the Gen 8. That's the new wheels on the Gen 8. And the tires, they look pretty good. And actually, I went up the plank with it. They grabbed the traction on them, was really good. Steve, are your J bottles almost gone? All right, hold on a second. Beauty. There they are. There they are. Best stuff for your RC. I convinced Steve. He thought Simple Green was the best. Watch this. How fast they could just get a little spray on that beauty. That's it. You don't even have to wipe, right, Steve? You don't even have to wipe this hard. It just goes right on. Doesn't leave any streaks or nothing. It just comes right off. And there it is. The Jay Leno Shine Beauty. Damn, and it smells so good. Steve-O's got to buy. They sell it by, I think, the gallon or half gallon or whatever it is. Steve just can't get enough. Oh, it smells good. I got the orange here. With Steve, what one you like to smell better, the orange flavor or the banana candy type? I would ask you just to show me your bottles. I would tell by how low they are. I'm using this is made by Jay Leno's. It's a quick detailer. They're like $9.99 for a big bottle. They have the orange quick detail, and this is the Echo Wash. This one will clean and leave a thicker wax layer on it. But this one you could just spray on real quick like I did. They both spray on the same and come off the same. But this one has a longer lasting like wax in it. But this looks really shiny too. Oh, you tried mixing them up? I never tried mixing them before. Blacksmith says he tries fake Endura Super Swampers, and they're good tires for all turn and great price. I never heard of those. I know AUSTAR makes them. I don't know. They might be made by the same company. This AUSTAR makes them also. So they might be made by the same place because they're pretty good too. I think Steve's partial to the banana because he's always bananas. Oh, you put the yellow on, then the orange. Yeah. Because I think the yellow one will clean and leave a nice wax, but when you put the orange one, it gives like a really shiny surface. What's Exomatic selling something? Yeah, but the J's is really good. And the good thing about it too, it don't leave streaks, it don't dry white on the trucks. And it's only like $9.99 for how many ounces is this? 16-ounce bottles, only $9.99, so it's real not expensive. I know you could pay like for my I have stuff for my Camaro and stuff. I used to get some stuff, it'd be like $27 for a little bottle. And this stuff works good. Yeah, blacksmith, I bet you they do. They all come from the same place. They name them different names. JD saying the Gen 8 with the Tamiya Scorcher on a trailer would be, yeah, that would look good. Damn. You know what? I almost brought my sand scorcher down here. I was going to bring it and I forgot it. I'm not into the trailer things and stuff like that, that too much scale stuff. But that would look awesome if you were pulling a sand scorcher on the back. Or even if you had, like when I brought the boat to the pond, you had the trailer with the boat and you backed it into the pond and took the boat out. Brad says, hey, Steve, have you ever dented your Camaro with your RC cars you have? Almost. If you take a look at one of my videos, the Tamiya Street Rover, I was riding it with the camera mounted. I nailed the back tire, nailed my Camaro's tire. I clipped it and I was like, oh, and it almost hit it. I have it on video if you look for the Tamiya Street Rover. Thanks for coming in, Axiomatic. Take care. I hear the plows going up and down, so we must be getting plastered with the snow. Thanks for stopping in, Blacksmith RC. I appreciate it. Take care. Brad Kelly. Hey, Steve, do you still have the street? Yeah, I still have the Street Rover. I actually have a Sand Rover. I got it when it first came out, the re-release, and I built it, and I never even ran it yet. I got to run that one. Wax on, wax off with J's. It's good stuff. Once you get it, you'll be thankful. Everyone sees me using it, but I guarantee you, once you pull a trigger and you buy it and try it out, you'll be like, holy crap. And it's also good when you take your truck out. Like if I put this on before I go in the mountain, any dirt or anything that gets on the body, you spray it, comes right off. Basher Boy says he hit his car with one of his RCs. Yeah, I only I remember my friend was driving a big monster truck down the street, and he made it fast with bigger tires, and he couldn't control it. It went into someone's rear tire, and I'll never forget it. He hit it, and the tire broke off, and it rolled all the way down the hill into the cul-de-sac. I was laughing. Steve's gonna take a bath in the J's. Cleaning the tires, like rubber and stuff. I think they say you could use it on vinyl, and like the rubber, it don't leave white. That's what's nice when you use it on your car. Like the white don't turn like the vinyl, like what the hell, a weather stripping on the outside of the cars, all the rubber pieces, they usually would get wax on them to turn white. This doesn't leave the white. That's why I like it, because you use it and you don't even if you don't get it off, it won't make it white. It'll just dry like clear. Cleaning your RC tires, you're better off taking them off. Probably like put them in like with a toothbrush, maybe soapy water just to get it off, and then maybe WD-40 on them. Oh yeah, JD Patzl, I seen that big huge crawler thing. That thing must be a monster. I forget what it's called. It's something it's a big one. It's like it makes these look like little Tinker toys. Rock slide, something like that weird name. I forget what the hell it was called. Is it the Rampage? Shine the guns. Damn, it's 500 simoleons. That's why I ain't getting it. Yeah, I've seen videos of it. It's so big, it's ridiculous. Half the trails you wouldn't be able to fit through. How you crawl through some skinny things with your 10 scale, like in all trees and bushes. You wouldn't be able to bring that thing. Clawback? Brad's asking, are you going to get the Boom Racing BMR1? I got so many crawlers right now. I think I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or I think I have like 6. Oh wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 crawlers already. I really don't need a new one. That's my RC when you get in the prime. That thing is so big. It's crazy, ain't it? Did you see when they put the Cloudbuster by? It looked like this. Here's the Cloudbuster next to that Primal. Yeah, Axio buys all that stuff. He gets so many RC cars and parts. Crazy. Yeah, I don't have too many on-roads. The only on-road I have is the Street Rover. And the rally car works good on-road and a little bit of off-road. Because the roads over here and everything, they're like really crappy with potholes. You can't really run them that much unless you find like the park I go to, they just put pavement, so it's nice there. Yeah, that's my RC. It looked like this with the Clodbuster on the Primal. There's a Clodbuster. Take care, 11 Charlie RC. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. I'm going to look out the door, and we probably got like 6 inches of snow, and I'll be like, oh, man. Hey, Steve, you're getting so many RC cars. You don't have any room yet? You start not to have any room for them? You're going to be like encaged with them, like they're coming to get you, all these cars. You can't turn your head without seeing an RC car every way you look. The Kong has 38 bearings. Holy crap. And it has so many gears inside. It's crazy, ain't it? Filthy Co RC's back. From a 4-day sack nap. Steve OD needs another garage. Is Steve, is Tony gonna buy your Doomsday? Or trade you for wheels or tires or whatever you're doing? He asked me, he goes, oh, so you have a Doomsday also, Steve. Maybe I could get that. I'm like, I'm not selling mine. I'm keeping mine. I like the Doomsday. It's fun. Yeah, that's my RC. That's what I always do. But I don't know. Now that I kept one of the most of the ones I really like, and I get some new ones, it's like it's hard to part with some now. Like I don't really feel like getting rid of them anymore. You know, it was funny. I used to always rotate and sell ones like you said. And then I started getting into the Tamayas and building them, and then I started keeping them. And I started getting rid of like the off-brand stuff and just getting more and more. Now I got all my Tamayas, and I don't want to really get rid of the Tamayas, so I got so many. And now I'm like, oh, I gotta get rid of something so I can get more. But it's like if I have to get rid of something, it's probably gonna be something I like a Tamaya, and I don't really want to get rid of it. So what are you getting? Some monster truck wheels and tires, or tires for your other truck? That's my RC. Yeah, you're addicted. I can tell. He's like, I could make this run on a lipo with a brushless system. I'm gonna get it. Yeah. into an RC library room. You ain't kidding. That's the problem. That's like what I said. I had the Tamayas now because I used to always sell stuff. Now I got the Tamayas and I always kind of held on to them. So now it's like I got more stuff. And I'm like, oh, then I'm going to have to sell something like a Tamaya or one of the newer ones I got. I'm like, oh, I don't know. Filthy Co RC, you got 75 RC cars now? Basher Boy, my brother-in-law used to get REDCATs and stuff, and they always broke down, so I never liked them. But the only thing I think they ever made good so far is the Gen 7 and the Gen 8. All the other stuff, I never cared for it. I thought you said you had 75 cars. I'm going to say, oh, you're like me. You're nuts. I remember when I had 30 something. Steve O.D. got 120. You don't have 120 cars. Come on. By the end of 2019. Basher Boy says he's at 50. That's when you got to start putting them all in the closet. There's no room. Next, you'll be worrying about, because there's no room, you have a lot of them in your closet. You'll be like, I don't want to put it next to the Avante. It may hit it. I don't know how many I had. Last time I made that collection video, I had 50, I think, but that's just the land ones. I have some boats and like quads and stuff in an airplane. But now I know I gotta have almost maybe 60 something of them now. Maybe 60 or more, I don't know. But I always, like I said, I had hundreds of them. I always used to sell a lot of them and not keep this much. Well, since I got the Tamayas hooked on those, I can't really part with them. Like they're like collector looking nice. They're different. Yeah, pretty soon I'm gonna have to sell something because there's too many. It's like something like this, like the Blizzard. You know, you ain't gonna sell it because the Blizzard's like special. You know, you could keep that, so you don't have a problem with a Blizzard because it's like, oh, it's a Blizzard. There ain't nothing like it. But when you start, like I said, I got like 8 crawlers now, and you're like, oh, do you really need them? But it is kind of fun having the 8 crawlers because when you go in the woods, it's kind of boring when you just keep bringing the same truck all the time, and when it's good when you could bring a different one. And I don't know, too many. JD has 27 Traxxas and 2 Kyosho. That new Kyosho that came out, that cheap one, the what, the version 2, what the hell was that weird one called? You know what the one I'm talking about. It came out, then they remade it. What the hell is it called? It's almost kind of like my Mad Bug one. That one looks pretty cool. I actually like that one, but Yeah, that's what's good when you have a lot of these remote controls. You have to have, like Basher Boy said, one of them one radio where your right has the like I have my KO Propo radio and it holds 30 models and it has you could write the name. So I have all my Tamayas and everything like the slower vehicles on there. And that way because like now in the garage I have like these WL toys and this temper and this one. I kept the stock radios and I have like it's a pain in the ass because you're like, oh, what radio? But the good thing is I put my grip on there. I make like say if I have like this is a blue truck, I'll put the blue grip on it so I know which one it's for. JD Passel, is that your first nitro to Stampede? Is that the first nitro you ever got? Steve's gonna put all his money into hop-ups now, so he can save space. And Steve always tells me, "Oh, join the Tamaya build." I'm like, I got like 60 something RCs already. So now you know how I feel. Imagine if you had 60. Would you want to build some more? There's no room. Penfield Alice Turtle, I only have 5. Well, at least you have 5 and you can run them and have fun and have 5 and use them all. When you have a lot of them, you only take like one out like once every couple months or something. Sometimes you don't even use them. It's too many. JD Passel, I'm thinking about getting Spectrum transmitter with 250-mile memory to get rid of the too many Traxxas. Yeah, I don't like them Traxxas transmitters. I would go with Airtronics or a Futaba. I just like that company brands better for me. But it's up to you. I guess they improved it, but Steve-O says he has to still build the Tamayas. Jeffrey Fields asking, what do you think about the Lossy Rock Ray? I think the 1/10 scale one is stronger. I think Cloud Busted has that bigger version. I don't know. He said it wasn't as good. He liked the 10 scale, took a beating. It's good to have the multi-model radio, but it kind of sucks if you have someone that wants to try your RC, then you have to rebind it to another cheaper, like if you have Spectrum, you get another cheap Spectrum laying around. So that way you could bind it and so your buddy could come out and you could run the RCs together. That's the only downfall. But I guess for how many times you do that and you know you're mostly using them yourself, it's better to have the model radio and put it on them all. Basher Boy has all the freaking Spectrum radios. I don't know. I like my KO Propos. They're good enough. The new KO Propo, if you want a good as hell radio, the new KO Propo ones are sick if you ever seen them, but they're expensive as hell and the receivers are so much money. That's the only downfall. I hear someone using a snow blower. We must have a lot of snow now. Yeah, the Fly Sky stuff's pretty good. I don't know. They have some better Fly Sky radios. I don't know how many models them ones hold. I think they have like the GT5 and 6. I don't know how many models they hold, but the good thing about them is the receivers, you could get them for like $9 each or $10. Basher Boy, my KO Propo Halos came out like in the late 90s. You could program it and make it play music. You could put like the notes in. You could play like Legend of Zelda. They have like all different things. You could make it do like music and everything. They're crazy. I don't know. I had all the buttons preset to make certain sounds and all that stuff. I just set it back to stock. You'd be turning your radio, and I used to turn my radio on, and the Legend of Zelda used to come on. People would be like, "What the hell is that?" I took it off and put it back stock. The orange one only holds 10. What is that? Do they have like a 5 and 6? I know they make better ones. I don't know how many models they made. That new one is really cool with the swing around handle with all the touch screens and stuff. The GT, yeah, the one we got here holds 10, but the better models, I don't know what they hold. They have ones that are a lot better than these now, but they're more money. This was only like, well, how much was this? Like $30 or 25? What did I get it for? I forgot. But they make the better ones. I don't know what the better models hold in the Fly Skies. Yeah, the new radios they got now with the touch screen and everything, they're like crazy. But I'm saying the Capropo for its time back in the 90s had like that. It was like weird. But don't get me wrong, my Capropo ones, they have so many adjustments on them just as the new ones. Because the Capropo radio for its time was way ahead. Like even now, if you get like the Capropo from like the 90s was so much ahead of its time. It had way more adjustments than any brand radio that you could tune anything on the cars. Steve got the GT5. What does it hold? 50 or 60 models on the GT5? How much is the GT5, Steve? That if it holds like 50 models, that would be good. The GTP was for, yeah. I forgot what I paid for mine. Yeah, you got it, JD Passel. If you're getting a whole new system, don't just buy Spectrum. Just don't buy this, that. Look at Airtronics, look at Futaba, look at Spectrum, look at the features, how their receivers work, how they bind. First off, look at the price of the receivers because if ones are like $30 more than the other ones, you're gonna probably want to get the cheaper ones that are still good. Like say if Spectrums were $20 cheaper than the Futaba, you're probably better off getting the Spectrum, because it all, if you have all them cars, it's gonna add up so much money to get the receivers. Yeah, Basher Boy, they're making if you do research on Gopro, they're making some new trigger that for the throttle that was never done before. I forget what it's called. It doesn't work nothing like a normal trigger. It's so much different. I like the new Gopro stuff, but the radio, the receivers on them are so expensive. But I think there's a China company that sells like they copied the Gopro receivers. You could get them for like $25 or 30 or whatever. But it's like I don't bother buying a new radio because I don't need it, because everything's working fine with mine. There's no point. I could see if you have like JD Passel saying he has all them radios and he needs to buy them. But if he had a radio and he didn't need it, what's the point? I'll tell you one thing, KO Propo's king. KO Propo's the best out of any radio I ever felt in my hands. The build quality on them and the way they work is top notch. Huh. I gotta sell a Traxxas transmitter I took out of my TRX4. I gotta sell that. Yeah, you could set up a cheap radio to control more than one car, but you gotta play around with settings all the time. Like if your steering's crooked and you straighten it out, then you go to the next one, you gotta straighten it out for the other car. Whereas a computer radio, say if you set it up for the Gen 8 and it's turning to the right, and you put the trim to the left, it computer memorizes it for this one. Then when you put it on, say this one, it'll be remembered for this, all the adjustments. That's what a computer radio is better for. I think some company makes clone it might be Hobby King makes compatible Spectrum receivers that are inexpensive. Okay, Steve, thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. Steve sniffed the J's of hell. Later. I suggest JD just take a look at all the radio brands and look at the features, how many models, look at the prices of the receivers. And also there's other, like I said, you could get like a Spectrum, and I think like other manufacturers make compatible clone receivers for a lot less money. You could use those also. Yeah, that was it. They used to make them orange ones. JD says you don't have enough room for any Tamais. Yes, they make too many kits. Yeah, you gotta watch out. You gotta get a good one that someone made that's compatible. You can't just get any cheap China one. Well, guys, I think I had enough here. It's late here. Been on here for what? 3 hours and 23 minutes. Holy scrope. Well, guys, I think I'm going to call it a night. I've been on here for like 3 hours and 23 minutes. If anyone looks back at this and want to see anything in the from the beginning, I put these new wheels on here, the AUSTAR $25 wheel set. They're bead locks, and we did the plank ramp and did a few cars, like 5 or 6 of them. We've seen how much the angle they could climb. So check that out from the beginning if you missed anything. All right, guys, I appreciate it. It was fun. Like I said, I've been on here so long. You probably got like 6 or 7 inches of snow if I look outside now. So I'm going to wrap this up now, guys. I appreciate you coming in. Thanks a lot. We'll see you next time. Beauty. Thank you, guys. Take it easy. Good night.